Okay, so the lighting's a lot better. At least you can see our faces.
Yeah. Hi guys. So
Hi.
we came back from our second and last day of GaymerX, and it all around was a really, really good experience. I think that there was a lot less of the amazement from the first day, just because it was the first GaymerX and like you were really, really excited to be part of it. Today for me it was just a lot of like, okay, I know what's gonna happen. Let's plan things out so I can make the most out of it since I know what to do now. Let's make this a really good second day for everybody. As a volunteer, that's what I was thinking, because I was working 2 shifts and there were a few changes and I did actually have to use my intercom a few times because some people were not aware that my panel started already, so I did have to use it, and it was really, really great. I was happy. What about you?
My experience was pretty good. I got there kind of late because I was really exhausted from yesterday. Just all that walking around, all that doing what you need to do for conferences and stuff like that. Today I was kind of tired too, but it was nice too because I had 1 shift today and I spent most of the day just like walking around meeting people because a lot of people came in cosplay today.
Yeah.
There was a cosplay contest earlier this morning which I missed out because I was asleep, but it was good otherwise. A lot of people like wanted to take pictures of me. I saw some
cool.
amazing costumes and stuff like that. Some people were really hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and overall, like, I made a few new friends, got some people who wanted to, like, trade summoner names and play League of Legends with me, so I'm pretty happy with that.
That's good.
So.
I didn't have that much time to meet people because I was working 2 shifts and I was really, really hungry after my shift, so I spent a lot of time eating, and then I ended up having to I lined up for the plot conditionals with benefits with the BioWare panel that we were both going to, because BioWare is really, really popular, which is understandable within the gamer community.
Yeah, because right? they're known for being extremely LGBT friendly.
Yes, very progressive in terms of their storytelling, which we appreciate, of course, very much.
And of course, they make games that we want to play,
right?
Which quality games is. It's definitely important.
It's a quality game.
Oh,
like we can't put it any other way. But Dragon Age 2 is let's just say Dragon Age 2 was debatable. It was debatable.
But I mean I felt a little bad about it because you could clearly see like they do care about their game a lot, even if it's like not up to the standards that like other people are expecting of them. But they wanted to try something different.
No, of course. Anything that the BioWare people did, who was it? Jessica and David.
Yeah.
The writer and the community manager, they always got to be in like the giant Imperial room, and it was always lined up.
Packed.
It was always packed. That's how much people liked it, which again is totally understandable. I completely agree with them. I really, really liked meeting David and Jessica. They were so nice. They even stayed afterwards, like almost all of their basically all of their panels, just to talk with people that they didn't have time to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they signed my badge too, which I was really happy about. I didn't necessarily want them to sign my badge, but I wanted their signatures, and I didn't have anything else on me, and I kind of didn't want to have them sign my program like Charlie did, because he has like an actual collection on it, as opposed to like I actually had Ellen Page sign like a picture of GLaDOS and all those things.
Ellen McLean, you mean?
Ellen McLean. I'm so stupid.
You said Ellen Page. I was like, it reminded me of Last of Us.
No.
It's like, this is this character that looks
yes,
just
Ellie,
like Ellen Page.
Guys, Ellie was at GaymerX, and she was awesome. She tried to kill a few people, but we handled it really well. So how were the panels that you helped out with? Did you have to stay outside again?
Let me see now. For I helped out for GaymerX or Gamer the Film series, which was really interesting because it's basically like a kickstarted, completely like grounds up, like webisode series about just gaming life, about like a couple of characters that you meet and they like to play games and just like going through their lives and stuff like that. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, so I can't really comment much on the plot or anything like that. But it looks very promising. They have good acting, good cinematography,
good.
stuff like that. Still a bit rough right now, but they produced it, I think, in the matter of like 2 months and not with very much money or equipment. So props to them for giving it a try.
Are you planning on checking it out when it's finished?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it'll
Okay.
be released online, so
Cool.
it's always worth a shot.
All right. The panels that I worked at were this kitty. There were the 2 panels that I worked with was Gamer Vacations, as well as I was initially going to do the furry panel, but then somebody wanted to trade.
That one was popular.
That
one was crazy popular.
heard it.
I saw the line and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of people here for that.
I know. Believe me, but I ended up not going because another volunteer wanted to trade with me, and so we talked with the person that was handling the AV team, and he said it was totally fine as long as I was okay with it. I was totally okay with switching because I wherever they needed me, I just wanted to help out. So I ended up going to the room next to the furry, which ended up being really loud, and it was for gender and gaming experience. It was this, it was just this one guy, and he created his own board game, and it was called Transgression. It was about, it basically kind of puts players. It has rules that puts player into like the situation, like hypothetical situations of a drag queen. I think, like he said that he wanted to do it to give it a better, to give players a better feel and a better understanding of what it's like, what that life is like. He was, I could tell that he was really nervous, but he did a really great job. His parents were there to support him, which was so sweet. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, like, if, I don't know how I want to say this, like, I don't know how popular the game is going to be, though, because
I mean, people often come into these things knowing, like, their subject matter is, like, a niche topic. So,
right.
There's going to be a small but, like, very appreciative group of people who are going to like the fact that, it addresses subject matter that, like, isn't normally talked about.
And what else happened? Oh, and okay, so one of the vendors there, I became really, really good friends with, and I'm planning on following her on Tumblr as well as Gmailing her, because, okay, so I was just talking to her because I saw that she had Sailor Moon pins, and she had, she had the first locket symbol, and then she had Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter, but she didn't have Venus. And so I was really, really sad, and I asked her, like, oh, are you out of Venus pins? Like the Venus insignia pins? And she was like, yeah, I'm really sorry, like, I had no idea that Sailor Moon was that Sailor Moon or even Sailor Venus was going to be so popular. And I was telling her, like, oh yeah, like, I grew up with Sailor Moon, I love her so much, she's my first superhero, and always will be. And I was telling her, how it was really funny because SF Pride and Sailor Moon's birthday was on the same day. And we were talking about the remake coming out, and then I told her about like an Indiegogo project that was starting. A bunch of people are independently making like their own Sailor Moon video game. It's not gonna be like AAA quality or anything. It's gonna be like an indie-esque game where it's like a turn-based stuff, and I think they're gonna alter the costumes a little bit because I'm pretty sure that. I don't know if they got rights to it, and because she asked me if they got rights to Sailor Moon, and I have no idea. I think that they might not have. I have no idea. I like they don't have that much information on their Tumblr page yet. But and also I saw that she had drew pictures of Bodhi and Angel from Dance Central series, and she had a picture of Angel himself by himself on Dance Central. So I asked her, oh, do you like Dance Central? And she was like, oh yeah, I love Dance Central. And then that made me really happy too, because not a lot of people like regularly do like are like huge fans of Dance Central, of dance games in general, because you know they're just dance games. I totally understand, but you know she was telling me you know how she loved the character design, and like we found that we both use it every day to exercise, and I was just really happy. I really hope I get to talk to her more and I get to see her at more conventions, because she was awesome, and I like that's kind of one of the moments that I felt like it was made this going to this convention worth it, like finding somebody that's so similar to you and like being able to geek out with them. I was really happy.
Yeah, I had that moment during the convention where I got to geek out with a bunch of League of Legenders, just talk about like our favorite builds, like what characters we liked using, you know, all that stuff. We actually like got a little group going, because there was like me and one other guy, and then another person came along, and then before we knew it, like 5 people standing around talking about League of Legends. So that was fun. Of course, League of Legends is a fairly like common and popular game, but it was fun nonetheless.
Sorry, I don't want to say common. That's not nice. It's a popular game. It's not common.
It's okay. It's the #1 esports in the world, so you know, suck on that, bitches. Yeah, there was even an employee from Riot Games, the maker of League of Legends, who came there to support us. He gave us a bunch of like free skin codes and stuff like that for Arcade Zona.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, gaming related skins.
Did he have his own panel?
No, he didn't have his own panel, and I kind of wish that he...
Oh, he was just passing them out?
Well, let me see now. They did have a Riot panel yesterday for the League of Legends behavior.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he was in charge of that.
That's probably why he was... Do you think maybe that was why he was there? Did you go to that panel?
I didn't go to that panel, no. But I don't know, because he's more on the development side and not necessarily on the player behavior one.
But that's nice of him that he was just passing out codes.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I got to meet him. He took a picture of me. He said he'll post it up on like the forums and stuff like that. So I'm like, sweet,
cool,
be famous.
Yeah. What else? What else did we do? I went. Because I got up earlier and because I'm a light sleeper, and he's not, I went to, the first panel that I went to was at 11, and I went to the LGBT journalism roundtable, which was really, really interesting. It was more on the freelance side. They also had a journalism 101 with IGN and GameSpot writers, and I actually recognized one of the GameSpot writers from one of the very long interviews that he did with Kevin living at a mall.
Nice.
I'll say it was a little bit ghetto, but the conversation that they were having was really, really insightful. Just that you had to ignore them playing Katy Perry in the background, because it was in a food court.
Yeah, probably not the best quality.
No, like you could hear their echo, kind of. It was not pretty, but the conversation they were having was very, very intelligent, which I appreciated. Yeah, okay, so I guess the main one that we both went to was BioWare. BioWare was, like, once again, they were so amazing. Like, I mean, they kind of, like, overlapped into some of the stuff they already talked about last time. Like, some people even asked, like, the exact same question, like, asking about, the gay toggle. I mean, about turning things on and off. And then, like, remember somebody was asking, like, oh, are you going to have trans people? Are you going to have, are you gonna have things that emphasize like non-cis sexism, right?
Yeah.
And like didn't you kind of feel uncomfortable when that guy said like, I don't think you should do transgender, but I think you should do this?
Well, he didn't say specifically, I don't think you should do transgender, but he was asking about options other than transgender, but transgender gender options that didn't, or like non-binary. Yeah, so I kind of got what he was saying, but like we were going very deeply into the theoretical, which is like it's a really odd thing I feel to ask of like AAA game developers.
Yeah,
you kind of get like there's a certain level of predictability that they'll go with, but but there are things that are like really kind of like, well, this is really obvious, and they haven't done it yet. Like stuff like that BioWare did, like introducing LGBT characters. Was something that like has been really sparse. But he's fine. He'll just sniff it for a while.
Okay.
That they haven't done as much, and BioWare was really like strong with that. Well, I asked him the question of like, will I was interested in whether BioWare, most of BioWare's like really big games right now are mostly combat based. Like Mass Effect, of course, is all about like you fight off the Reapers to save the universe kind of deal. And even Dragon Age, like you are fighting. You're fighting all different types of characters and stuff like that.
The Horde. Not the Horde. I'm like talking StarCraft.
We're mixing things again.
I'm talking StarCraft, even though I actually had never played StarCraft before. I probably shouldn't have said that.
Well, the Horde is Warcraft actually.
Oh.
Because the Swarm is StarCraft. The Horde is the Horde. Orcs are the Horde in Warcraft, and it also just refers to in general. It even pops up in zombie games too. Like zombies are
the Horde
in Left 4 Dead.
Well, but like okay, we're embarrassing ourselves as BioWare fans. What is the name of the enemies that they fight?
I've forgotten already. It's been a long time since I played.
Like the dark.
Yeah, dark something.
Okay, they're led by the Archdemon.
I know.
I don't remember.
But anyways, I've lost our conversation.
You were asking them about.
Oh yeah, I asked them like would
format.
they do like anything that's more story based, because that's one thing that we do really appreciate from BioWare is that they introduce like
characters.
strong story based RPGs in a first person shooter or third person shooter kind of format. So that's always like really interesting to me. And I wonder like do they have any plans to like focus on games that are more story based in the future, like for example Heavy Rain or something like that, or other like action adventure games, like Walking Dead.
I mean, Walking Dead is not like an adventure. It's not like it's an adventure, but it's not an action. It's not action, right? Well, it can be considered like visual action, but it's not like it's point and click action.
Right. So and David's response was probably not. They'll probably like focus a lot more on just similar games to Mass Effect and Dragon Age. And I appreciate that. And then my second question was like, will there be more games where your choices as like a character affect the game more, like romances, for example. Like for example, in Mass Effect, none of your romances ever affect the storyline.
It's basically the same.
Yeah, anytime you engage in a romance with a character, all that really gets you is like an extra cutscene during certain parts or different character interactions, but that's about it.
And like Ashley and Kanan, they essentially had the same lines, like regardless of who you say in number 3.
Right, exactly. So you could just swap out one for the other. Well, actually, there's a little bit of a difference.
Right. I mean, like there's slight differences here and there. Like there's one scene where you get to tease Ashley when she's drunk on hung over on the floor.
Yeah, but like it goes back to extra cutscenes or extra dialogue options.
Right.
None of your choices affect the way you save the universe. None of your choices affect add any extra obstacles or any extra like tasks that you have to do in order to complete certain quests or anything like that. It's all just like on top of what quests you already have.
Yeah.
Quest. And Dragon Age is very similar to that too, but I like how in Dragon Age there were certain parts where, like for example, who you chose to romance, if you like romance Alistair, for example, would affect like the ending of like whether he gets to ascend to the throne or whether he gets to accept you as his queen,
whether he gets killed,
or whether he gets killed.
Or spoilers. Too late, but
Yeah, but I mean like there's a lot of things that you can do that your romance options actually do affect the storyline.
Yes.
Albeit in like relatively minor ways and not in ways that like cost a lot of money. So David's response was that like they would love to try, but it's the larger the consequences are in terms of romance, the more that the more they have to like diverge and create separate storylines.
Yeah.
And that gets expensive really quickly. Whereas like if romance options just turn into extra cutscenes, like those are easy to like add on as optional.
I mean, in terms of like if it has to do with like battling, I can understand that. But I think like if they, I don't want to keep comparing. I don't want to keep comparing BioWare games to like the Walking Dead series. But I mean like Walking Dead. I think Walking Dead series they had like a pretty good balance between like. I'm sorry, you haven't played it yet. I'm not going to spoil anything.
Oh.
I like that Walking Dead. They had a good balance between you make your own choices, so you affect how your story goes, but at the same time, but at the same time, like it's not like you make your choices and they affect you, but at the same time, you're not missing anything like essential. You're not like it's not going so far off that you're wonder like that it's you don't diverge so much that you're missing something, like if you make one choice versus another.
Right.
Like and also I think it's also good for people that don't have that much time to play games. For people that are out of school or going to be out of school, that what I love about Walking Dead is that it struck the balance that you didn't feel the need or the desire to go back and play everything again to see what would happen because like at least for me it felt like I would be disrespecting because like it would be so different because you kind of know the choices that you're going to make already, and I think that would just make it a totally different experience, and yeah.
Yeah, this may be a topic that we'll come back to in the future.
Yeah.
We can talk a lot about this, but yeah, that's our overall general impression of the BioWare panel.
Yeah,
Any other thoughts about the panel or no?
Yeah, I think it's really great that people are asking these questions, but I think like I think some of us, like I'm not like pointing fingers at anybody. It's just that I think it's just important to keep in mind that we as consumers, we need to keep in mind that BioWare is a AAA and they do have like a lot of there is a lot of like overhead, right? There's a lot of people, like there's a lot of things that people in charge of them have to take into consideration.
Oh my god, it reminded me of the last question that they got, which is like, how do we get you guys to have more money to put into the games? I was like, that's like the most obvious question in the world. You buy their games.
Yeah.
You put more money.
Everybody buy 3 copies. Everybody buy 3 copies each.
Yeah. How does BioWare get more money? By having
you give them more money.
Yeah, you give them more money. I thought it was like the dumbest question to end on, and I was like, I want to smack her so much. I was like, really? That was the last question.
I know,
that's. But they were very diplomatic about it because they answered it in a way that still provided information, even as dumb the question was.
I don't want to say that I didn't appreciate that question because it was funny. It was just that like I think it could have It
was a waste of a question.
Yeah, it was a waste of a question, but it was entertaining. It's just that, you have the chance of asking them any question you want, and I think you could have picked something better.
Right. I think overall, like their answer was good. In which like the question isn't so much about like trying to expand the pie, but just like where do you want things to be allocated within the pie, which was which is like a constant struggle when it comes to games. Like you only have
especially with big names.
Yeah, you only have so much time, and like if we like the fact that BioWare spends a lot of time with their stories, then we can just give feedback that this is something that we want to continue seeing, and it's something that they can continue investing in.
Yeah, that and the fact that like David he emphasized that he doesn't necessarily have the opportunity to like write whatever he wants. He does like receive like an assignment, a premise, right, of what kind of game.
Right, and he gets an allotment of like how many words he gets to write.
Yeah.
How many.
I did not know that. I that's something new that I learned.
Yeah.
That's like you can only use this many words in this game.
Yeah, I think that's why Dragon Age Origins was really amazing.
Right.
Because like they didn't have to do the voice acting for the main character.
Right.
So they could just spend a lot more on the other characters' dialogue lines, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah. And yeah, so both of us talked to them after they were done. They were nice enough to to wait for the rest of the people that had really questions that they just really wanted to ask. I didn't have an important. Charlie had a good question about like the gaming format, like a de-emphasis on battle, or like less of an emphasis on battle.
Yeah, I mean I like combat a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big reason why I play games. I was just wondering, to me my question was about like how much of the story can really like be tied in, because all the major plot points are always solved with combat.
I thought that was a really great question. I wish that he got the mic. Because I was talking to him while we were waiting to talk to them, that like I really really like that idea, because BioWare has shown that they have a respect for the consumer and like us as a community and like the way that they write their stories. I think that like it's the games, like it's those kinds of games that don't depend that much on a battle system, on like a really good battle system, and just mostly on story, that like you really feel that whoever made the game, that they see games as not just something that you feel badass with. It's not just something that is an escape. It's not just something that you can kill things with without any repercussion. It's like it's a intelligent, respectable medium for, you know, artisticness, to move people, to bring people together, you know, those kinds of things. Yeah, so the question that I asked Jessica was, can you sign my badge? That was my question. And yeah, she was nice enough to sign it in gold. And while she was signing it, you know, I wanted to. I'm the kind of butthead that just wants to let people know that I'm not just some weird random person that likes to talk. I actually know her, that I would like to, you know, kind of, you know, get like a window into them, if that makes sense. So I learned from YouTube and watching the Polaris Network that she has a small props company, and she also has a show on The Nerdist with Commander Holly, another very, very awesome cosplayer. And I asked her, you know, how hard is it balancing the job between BioWare and Crowdcat Industries, and she said, oh my god, it's really hard, but I can't see myself doing you know, spending my life any other way. I'm really, really happy. And I was and I was like, oh, you know, that's really great. You know, I was so happy already that you know, Holly was nice enough to tweet at me and tell her that, you know, like, we will mention GaymerX because, you know, we feel that it's an important thing to say. Yeah, I love them. They
were great.
Like, they were so nice. Like, once again, from GaymerX, once again, like, everybody from the panelists to the regular attendees to the volunteers, you all just got this feeling that we all just wanted to, like, give each other the best experience possible, and I really, really appreciated that. Someone, on the other hand, was on Grindr.
There were a lot of cute boys there.
There was, but I was not there for that.
It's okay. Next time. Or you can, like, go back on the forums and be like,
I was there for the actual gaming experience. I was not there to get laid.
Well, you know, there's something for everyone there.
You know what? If it happens, it happens.
No, just saying.
So yeah, hopefully we're gonna be going next time.
Probably. I mean, I have a 50%.
Yeah, we have our 50%.
I'm gonna use it.
We worked for it. I mean, we didn't have to work too hard for it, which was nice, but I mean...
Hey, I missed out on half the voice acting session for a shift, so I was like...
I missed out on 2/3 of it, so you don't get to talk.
So, I guess closing impressions or anything like that, now that the conference is over...
I'm just really happy. This has been one of the funnest weekends of my life. I felt welcome. I felt like I was part of something bigger. I got to meet people that I thought I would never get to meet, and you know, the people that I wanted to meet ended up being super nice. And you know, on our way back from Hotel Kabuki, we ran into two other theater club members that we love, and we ate a Super Duper burger for the second time.
I think we'll like forever like associate that with our experiences at GaymerX is just eating at Super Duper. Every time we go.
It's okay. We should just make it a tradition because Super Duper is amazing. The veggie burgers are so good, guys. You guys need to try it if you guys are in the area. Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess
that's pretty
much it. Enough.
We'll like, you know.
I don't know how long this is, so I'm sorry, and I'm sorry if this is long, and I'm sorry if this is too short. I have no idea. I don't even know if I'm gonna edit this, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna edit.
Well, because you were taking clips of the conference, right? So you can cut it in or something like that, or.
Oh, that's complicated.
You use like Windows Movie Maker or something like that, or iMovie, something like that.
Well, I mean, I don't have a.
Oh, Windows Movie Maker then.
Windows Movie Maker's booty. Like they don't even show you the audio thing anymore. They just show you like. for Windows 7, but for Windows 8 they made it too like way too user friendly. So it's
Yeah,
like
but you just drag and drop, and you like, well, you know.
I think it's a lot less. Like it's gotten a lot worse. Like I don't like editing it. I think I just might buy my own editing thing.
Yeah, that might be better for you. But anyways, yeah. Other than that,
that was our experience. Once again, if you couldn't come, I'm so sorry. We wish that you could be there. It was so great. Please.
It'll be bigger and better next year.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
Please try to come. I think you won't be sorry. For the money for whatever amount of money that you spend. Everybody cares about this community a lot. I feel now that I've really experienced it firsthand, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. If I did not put up footage yet, it will be up there soon. I got a lot of really great footage. I don't know if I'm gonna make a montage or just like or do like a musical montage with like some cool indie music, or just have like montage with the actual audio on it, but we'll see what happens. Alright. Say bye, Pixel! You should watch us because internet cats.
Because cats.